Welcome back to another episode of Dirt Cop Dual Sport. I'm just going to ride around and we're going to talk a little bit about Stoicism. I appreciate you coming along and I hope you enjoy this talk, and let's get riding. I was just about to start the Dirt Cop introduction to Stoicism. So as I've mentioned before, I've been interested in the philosophy of Stoicism. It's an ancient philosophy. Although compared to the other ancient philosophies, it's actually fairly young. I think most of you probably know Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, what they call the last good Emperor of Rome. He was a practitioner of Stoicism and one of the last great Stoic philosophers. Now, Marcus Aurelius is credited with writing the book Meditations, and Meditations is one of the only surviving texts of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius didn't write this book for the benefit of anyone but himself. It was actually his journals that he wrote to remind himself to live a Stoic life. And that was the first primary text on Stoicism I read. And it's actually very accessible, a lot of snippets, and it was advice for himself and reminders about the proper way to act. Because many people think that Stoicism is just not showing emotions or being tough, but that's not what it is at all. It's a very common misconception. When people see a Stoic not showing their emotions, it's not exactly what you think. Because the Stoics think you should have those emotions and feel them, that they're important. But what's equally important is to not make rash decisions because of your emotions, to make a logical decision and not let your emotions dictate how you act towards other people and towards your own life, towards yourself. And they kind of emphasize that, how people put a lot of value on the opinions of others, but then they don't think about their own opinions of themselves. Now, Stoicism has been practiced by great men, but it is accessible to everyone because some of the greatest Stoic philosophers, let's just say Marcus Aurelius, he was the Emperor of Rome and arguably the most powerful man in the world at that time, and it was expected of him to lead a hedonistic lifestyle and to rule with an iron fist, and that's not what he did. He was a good person, and he followed those Stoic ideals to remain a good person. Oh, here comes somebody. I just got a wave and no numbers. Okay. And he didn't have to be that way, but he chose to be that way. He chose to be a virtuous and good emperor, and he did that by following Stoicism. But then you have, at the other end of the spectrum, one of the great Stoic philosophers is Epictetus. Epictetus was nowhere near an emperor, but what Epictetus was a slave. He was a Greek slave who was brought to Rome by his politician master, who was a Roman. And he was eventually freed and started his own school of Stoicism, but he found that philosophy the best way to live his life as a slave, and then later as a freed man and a Stoic philosopher. And we also have, the credited founder of Stoicism, Zenos, who was a rich merchant before he became a Stoic, and his ship crashed in a foreign land in Greece. He wasn't a Greek, and he washed ashore with nothing. They had lost everything in his crash, and he ended up founding Stoicism as a philosophy to deal with the world after losing everything and having nothing to your name. Now, there's four main virtues of Stoicism, and maybe I'll get into them more later on in this summer, but the first one is wisdom, and the wisdom to know what the right thing to do is. And this isn't just book learning, but your own experiences and what you've taken from them, and making the right decisions and choosing to be a good person. But you also need the knowledge and wisdom to know what a good person is. And the second virtue is courage. You need courage to be a good person, make the correct decisions, and live a virtuous life. Then we have justice, and this is your way of extending these virtues into the world and being a good person, but being a good citizen of the world and being a good brother or sister to the rest of mankind. The last one we have is temperance, and this isn't just abstaining from, and temperance doesn't mean just abstaining from your vices or things that give you pleasure. What it is just limiting it, because there is such thing as too much of a good thing and too much of a bad thing. For instance, is it bad that Marcus Aurelius was a rich and powerful person? Should he have given up those things? And the answer is no. But did he let those things rule his life and make him a bad person and a bad emperor? And the answer is no. He didn't. He used temperance to make sure that these things didn't overwhelm him and become the basis of his personality in life. So the same thing goes for like drinking. And Marcus Aurelius talks about drinking. He says, it's wine. Drink it. It's just grape juice that's gone bad. Don't be obsessed with it. Don't make it the basis of your life. Don't make it your whole personality. But there's nothing wrong with enjoying it from time to time. And same with money and wealth. And is it bad to have money? No, not in and of itself. But if you are getting that money by being a non-virtuous person, then you should reassess how you're living your life. Holy moly, there's a hawk right there. Can you see it? Crazy. Oh, he's coming in. There he is, going right above me. I don't even just circle it and going up higher and higher. It's crazy. I actually can't. It's crazy. Can I even see him on the camera? Wow. Wow, that's cool. He's still circling, looking for something to eat. Wow, that was pretty neat and good timing. And something I've come across in Stoicism time and again is to not let the things that you don't control worry you and rule your life. For instance, Epictetus in Discourses talks about how you can't control the sea. You can't control whether a storm comes and a wave wrecks your boat when you're on a sea voyage. Like, you can't worry about that. That's going to happen whether you want it to or not. If it happens, it happens. Whether you're worried about it or not worried about it. But what you can do is get a sound boat and a seasoned crew and captain, and make sure you're sailing in the time of year where there aren't as many storms or there's calmer waters. Those are the things you can control. So, worry about that thing. Worry about what you can control. For instance, like as a YouTuber, I can't make the algorithm show my videos. That's not going to happen. What I can do is, try to make the best videos I can to constantly learn more about videography and research more what people want to hear, and be reactive to the things people are enjoying on my channel. And same goes with I'm on a job hunt right now. I can't make people give me my job, but I can, reach out to people in the companies I'm applying to, make sure my resume is up to date, well written, and matches what the job is I'm applying for, and that I'm prepared if I get an interview. I'm well groomed and knowledgeable and personable, and not going into that interview in a bad mood or ill prepared. Those are the things I can do, and I should worry about those. But I can't worry about If I put an application in, are they going to look at it? Are they going to like what it is? Are they going to even care? I all I know is I worked hard on my resume and I worked hard on my cover letter. I reached out to people that I might be working with, and I let it be. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Another thing, and maybe I'll talk about this more later, is... Whoa, I locked up there. That was crazy. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Something else that Stoics talk about is your impressions. Don't let your biases and first impressions make the decisions for you on people and situations. You need to just sit back and reassess that. Those impressions might not be accurate. You don't have all the information you need to make a decision on that person, on that situation, on the decision you need to make about those things. And they also don't like you playing victim. All right, well, we talked a little bit about Stoicism. I'm not an expert. Like, if you want to know more than just what Dirt Cop has to tell you, then look into the primary texts. We've got Marcus Aurelius Meditations. We've got Epictetus Discourses and the Enchiridion, which is a little more accessible. We've got Seneca, Letters from a Stoic. Well, if you want some modern day takes on it, you got Ryan Holiday. He runs the Daily Stoic podcast. He's really knowledgeable about Stoicism. Really fun to listen to as well. So, anyways, thanks for coming along. Thanks for listening to me rattle on about Stoicism. It's something that's I find helping me in life, and I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you find it interesting as well. And if you want to hear more about it, I'll share what I learned as I learn it, and we'll keep on going. All right, well, I'm almost home, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks again.